All right. Some quite interesting stories that are falling in, on our laps rather. When it comes to our local stories, I don't know where to start from, but let's kick it off with the latest one. Okay, police arrest EFF leader Kasonde Mwenda over alleged force motorcade video. Police have arrested economic freedom fighter EFF President Kasonde Mwenda for alleging that a presidential convoy got lost in Chinsali. Mr. Mwenda has been charged with the offense of transmitting unsolicited, deceptive electronic communication. Police spokesperson Godfrey Chilabi confirmed the development in a statement, saying that the Zambia Police Service in Lusaka has formally charged and arrested Kasonde Mwenda, aged 42, of Lusaka, for the offense of transmission of unsolicited deceptive electronic communications, contrary to Section 19 of the Cyber Crimes Act number 4 of 2025. Mr. Chilabi said it is alleged that on May 1st, 2026, Mr. Mwenda produced and transmitted a deceptive video on his Facebook page. Kasonde depicting a presidential motorcade as having lost its way en route to an event in Chinsali district, a claim which is not true. He said Mr. Mwenda remains in custody and is expected to appear in court soon. Elsewhere, the Zambian has rebuked U.S. ambassador's remarks as undiplomatic. The Zambian government described remarks attributed to outgoing United States Ambassador Michael Gonzalez as undiplomatic and inconsistent with mutual respect between sovereign nations. This follows farewell message delivered by Gonzalez during a reception held in his honor on April 30th, 2026 at the ambassador's office residence, in Lusaka. Last week, Gonzalez warned of what he termed institutionalized and sophisticated corruption in Zambia, suggesting that the government's anti-corruption stance was rhetorical rather than effective. Speaking during a media briefing, Foreign Affairs Minister Mulambo Haimbe said that the assertions were deeply regrettable and diplomatic and inconsistent with the principles governing diplomatic relations between sovereign states. He added that the statement contravenes the spirit of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, which outlines expected conduct of diplomats in receiving states. Haimbe also emphasized that Zambia's relationship with the United States is not and has never been centered on aid. He clarified that stored negotiations on the Health Memorandum of Understanding, the MOU, are due to provisions that Zambian government considers unacceptable, particularly those relating to data sharing that may violate citizens' rights to privacy. He later added that some of the matters are currently subject to litigation in Zambian courts and must be respected, noting that certain provisions are viewed as unconsociable from the perspective of the Zambian people. Haimbe also said that the government remains committed to engaging in good faith negotiations with all strategic partners, including the United States, particularly in areas such as critical minerals beneficiation in a value-adding environment for the mutual benefit of Zambia and its partners. And then finally, in our local news, in our community check, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has certified the 2026 register of voters, reducing the final number of eligible voters from 8,888,912 to 8,786,300 following a review of the provisional register. Now, this represents a reduction of 102,612 voters after the removal of 101,439 duplicate records and 1,172 records of deceased voters. In February, ECZ commenced the electronic online inspection of the register of voters. This was followed by a physical inspection exercise conducted from March the 2nd to March the 10th, which the process now complete. ECZ Chief Electoral Officer Brown Casaro has announced the final register that will be used in the August 13th, 2026 general elections. Following the inspection and verification of the provisional records, a total of 101,439 entries were identified as duplicate applications and have been excluded from the provisional register of voters. A further 1,172 records of deceased voters were also removed. This brings the total number of registered voters in the 2026 register of voters to 8,786,300. Of the total number of registered voters, 4,665,431 are female, representing 53.1%, while 4,120,869 are male, accounting of 46.9%. Mr. Kasaro also revealed that 4,660,423 registered voters are youth, representing 46.3% of the total. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to officially certify that the register of voters for the August 13th, 2026 general elections, this certification means that 8,786,300 voters are eligible to participate in the general elections. And that is what he said in his own words. With that said, with 21 minutes gone into the hour of 14, that's what we have in our local and community check. In just a few minutes, we are going to be giving away that money. So be sure to dial star 770 star 2 hash, because I do have 1,000 to give away to split into two in only 20 minutes. So in the next 5 minutes, somebody out there stands a chance of winning themselves big.
Community check on the Daily Dose. What's happening locally? Sky FM 87.7 Livingston. This is Sky FM 885, the People's Radio.